Hey everybody, welcome back and welcome to my channel. Welcome to the first installment of Workout and Yap, where I work out and yap. Pretty self-explanatory. It is currently 5:30 and I don't want to do this. So I thought maybe if I make myself feel, I want to do it. So let's go ahead and get to stretching. Switch to 20s. I tried a David's protein bar for the first time. I have a video of me trying to get, I'll insert it here. Actually, it's really good. Kind of fantastic, actually. But I'm scared to eat it, and you'll know why after I finish telling the story. A few minutes later, I feel a disturbance. Disturbance. 10 more minutes later, it's getting worse. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I really have to go to the bathroom. So I try at my job and I can't go. So then I was like, okay, maybe I just need to go home. I was getting off in like 10 minutes anyway, but I had to go to Walmart and I had to get gas. But I was like, okay, maybe I have time. Maybe I can wait a little bit. Newsflash, I could not. I'll finish up when I do this set. So I made it to the gas station, and it's getting worse. Every minute that passes, things are getting worse. Things are hurting more than they were prior. I still gotta go to Walmart though. So I was like, I could just run in here, get my items, and then I can go. I don't wanna go anywhere else. I wanna go to my house. So I'm getting my items, it's getting worse. I'm talking on the phone, it's getting worse. All of a sudden, my palms start sweating. I start getting anxious. I'm about to have a panic attack at Walmart because I gotta go to the bathroom so bad. I'm checking out my items and I feel my stomach drop. And I felt God telling me, go to the bathroom. But I was like, no, I can make it home. I was wrong. I felt God say again, go to the bathroom. I said, ma'am, can I leave these here real quick while I go to the restroom? I practically sprinted to that bathroom. It was nothing but God that there was nobody in that bathroom because the bomb that was dropped the moment I went in there. I would have made it home. I would have to have traded my car for a new one. I would have had to go probably to a crime scene cleanup to clean out what would have been if I did not go to that Walmart bathroom. Moral of the story, if you want to go to the bathroom, eat a David's bar and walk around at Walmart. Next set. What is wrong with you people? I saw somebody making a cottage cheese pizza. Is that what we're doing now? Baking cottage cheese and then putting cottage cheese on as the cheese and then putting pepperoni and then adding dollops of cottage cheese. I feel like everybody has reverted back to talking about wanting to be skinny and wanting to be this and wanting to be that. And that's really unhealthy. We've made the term skinny talk such a big thing nowadays where people are aiming to be skinny and they're like, they see somebody who's really shapely or they even see somebody who's fit and they're like, let me stop eating. Like, I gotta get skinny, I gotta do this. There's no place for you. There's a place where people like you go to get some help. I can give you the number if you would like. Doing alternating lateral raises and then front raises. So that's what we're gonna do. I feel like people have really started going back into this really restricted eating. And one day we're really gonna talk about how harmful and dangerous that rhetoric is. I just farted. I did it. because TikTok has absolutely no idea what they're talking about. I took 2 nutrition classes last year, and in just those 2 classes alone, it debunked so much of what TikTok has been promoting. Oh God. Okay. A few myths that you're taking from TikTok. Food and not eating is the key to getting your full body. That's not true. In order to gain muscle, in order to get that toned look, means you have muscle mass. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm this toned down, but any muscle definition that I do have, it's from eating protein, eating whole food sources. If you really want that toned look, if you really think that's what you're aspiring for, you have to eat good foods, whole foods. That's literally the only way. You have to eat. Food is not the enemy. Food is fueling your workout. I'm just doing this one until failure. Okay. Typically do rear delts with the machine, but we're gonna have to do it with the dumbbells. I typically don't really know what I would call this. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a myth because I don't necessarily think that it's a myth, like it's completely not true. But I just think maybe people need a little bit of guidance on it, and that's calorie deficits and what you have to eat in those calorie deficits. It is smarter to eat more whole protein sources and just whole foods in general if you're doing a calorie deficit, if you want to see those results come by faster. And this isn't coming from somebody who doesn't necessarily know about weight loss. When I first came into college, I was 125 pounds. I lost 20 pounds of weight. It wasn't until I started eating in a calorie deficit, but more so watching the whole protein sources that I was taking in, that I was really able to, you know, see a lot of progress and see a lot of growth. Gym water always tastes good at first, you know, a few minutes in the gym, and then the moment you leave, it tastes like butt. Quick shoulder check. Okay. All right. Rear delts until failure. Trading into mild discomfort. One day we're gonna have a real conversation about how these are discriminatory. Who is supposed to reach that? My palm slid. Wow, that was all bad. I'm gonna try to do 2 more. My palm's sweating. I'm ready to do cardio, get this over with. Oh God. Okay, never mind. Today's not the day. Alright, we'll get out of here after these 20 minutes of solid cardio. Okay, over here, let's talk about some of the controversial things that have been happening on TikTok in general. Some of this will be fitness related, some of it won't. But I'm just trying to pass this 20 minutes. The one thing I don't understand is with that people, what they all want them to do. Isn't the goal of Pilates to sculpt your body, to move, to be happy, to literally work out? It's literally a workout class. Why do we hate people who are actively trying to work on themselves and get better for themselves? People do not have to get better for you if they don't want to. I just think TikTok has gotten so toxic. Pilates is for everyone. Fitness is for everyone. Working out is for everyone. Don't let anybody discourage you for working out. This has been the longest 20 minutes of my life. I'll pick up the speed a little bit just so I can get this over with.